Hello, I'm James Bills with the University of Baseball. For 22 years now, I've been coaching baseball in some form or another, from college to high school to select baseball, little league. Been on different boards and all kinds of other stuff. The last several years, I've been a scout with a professional team and have had the opportunity to be in the bleachers to get to see numerous players from lower levels all the way up to the pros, and have gotten a chance to work with numerous professional athletes, and including major league guys and college guys. I've gotten during that time to work with a lot of different coaches and a lot of different teachers. The purpose behind this video is it's a 4-part series of being a mentor. That's basically what I'm calling this thing. I don't have no kind of fancy name or anything for it. It's just being a mentor. A mentor is an experienced or trusted advisor. That's the actual definition of what a mentor is. It could be anyone from a family member, such as a dad, a mom, grandparents, brothers, sisters, cousins, uncles. It could be anywhere from high school coaches, college coaches, junior high coaches, pro coaches, pro players. There's so many teachers, a janitor that gives you good advice when you walk by them. Mentors can come from any form. The positive thing about a mentor is that the majority of them help you go in the right direction in life. They're good people that give you good direction based on something that's happened to them in their life. There are a lot of guys out there that have had some tough life, grown up in tough environments, tough situations, and they really need those type of people to help them move on in life. So with this 4-part series, what it will do is I kind of have a stair-step system that's helped me along the way. I'm not a perfect person. I by no means will ever be a perfect person. But one of the things that I've done over the years is really perfect it, trying to help kids become better, grow, make the next level, and do it in a positive way to where that they always have somebody to come back to and confide in if they need somebody with me, and that they recognize how to become a good person and move forward in life and continue being that person on and off of their sport. Baseball, football, basketball, it doesn't matter what it is, and in the workforce as far as a manager, an owner, business owner, an employee, on down the line. Our first part of this 4-part series is basically acknowledging what you've been through in your life. In other words, my first question for you is, who is your mentor? Okay, quick flow through. I had numerous mentors. I had an older brother that I looked up to, my dad, my mom, my grandparents. I had a spiritual leader in my granddaddy. I had a hardworking leader and my other grandfather. Both my grandmothers were good church-going people and really were people to look up to. Just numerous things. My older brother, he worked my tail off because he was the one that drug me to the field all the time, to the sports fields, and play basketball and football and baseball and stuff like that. So I really thank him in life for being that guy, and he was very positive about what he did. He got in my tail sometimes when I needed it, but he always told me that when I was doing good, and he always supported what I was doing and helped me, get better. And that's the mention of mentor. I had high school coaches. I had numerous high school coaches that made a big impact on my life. Some of them positive, some of them negative. Sometimes some of them I thought was negative and turned out to be that there were good people that were trying to get me better. And I just at the time was not the person that I should have been. Athletic wise, I was pretty athletic. I had a lot of opportunities to do a lot of good things, but I didn't work as hard as I should have. I should have worked harder than what I did. And matter of fact, I like to cut corners. And some of those coaches tried to stop me from doing that. Some of them were a little more negative about trying to do it, but some of them were very positive about doing it. And some of them got my attention and at that time, made me better at that particular time. And some of them, it took longer down the road for me to recognize what they were trying to do. But ultimately, you have to go back in time and recognize those particular people that were in your life and recognize what they did to make that impact on your life. Okay? There's household situations or parents and things that could have been bad on you, and there was coaches that were positive and made that impact for you, even though they knew at home you didn't have that impact. And those guys help mold you and keep you from going to jail or going to prison or worse, ending up getting killed on the street or something. They made a big impact on your life. And the next question is, who influenced your life the most, good and bad? Okay, that does not mean he was your mentor. That means that he influenced you. It could be an athlete on TV. It could be, anybody from Deion Sanders to Mark McGwire to Nolan Ryan to Joe Montana, Tom Brady, Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Mario Lemieux, just numerous guys down the way that could have had an influence on your life. And what you need to recognize is who influenced their life. Who was an impact on them? Because if they were positive, if they moved forward in a positive manner in life, who was the impact on them? Mike Tyson's the great question. When he had Costa Mata that was training him when Mike was young. Mike had a rough upbringing, and when he was young, he used to actually go in the streets, and he would make money working for some of the guys by beating some people up for them that owed money. And he would make money that way, and someone was able to grab him and mold him and send him in the right direction for multiple years. And unfortunately, when that person passed away, he kind of fell back to his old ways. And income, we all know someone that was a bad influence on his life, was not a good mentor, and kind of spiraled his life out of control. And so a guy like that is influential, positive and negative, on people, because people see him as, man, this guy's, he was one of the best boxers, fighters of all time. And they can go back and look at him and say, hey, I don't want to be like that particular part of him, but I could be this part of him. I like this part of him. He's changed a lot since then. And part of the thing he had to do was recognize these type of things, go back and adjust and figure out these type of things in his life. Who would you want your kid to be like is another question. This is the still part one. And who would your kid? Who would you want your kid to be like? I got a lot of people I'd want my kid to be like. There's a lot of people in this world that, there's some celebrities out there that are good people. There's some athletes out there that are good people. Politicians out there that, a few of them, that are good people. There's people in this world that you can look at and you say, man, if my kid grew up that way, I'd be happy. My brother Jimmy, all my brothers are good brothers, but my brother Jimmy's a very spiritual, 4-year Marine, mixed martial arts instructor, has a wife and 3 kids, 3 beautiful little kids. He's a great dad with them. He owns his own business. They own their own house. He's very focused on being a good family man, and I would love for my kids to grow up that way. I would want them to be like him. And it's funny because if you want to make an impact or be a mentor, if there's people that are negative people, and that's who you want your own kids to be like, there's a problem. There's a real problem there, that if you want your kid to follow in the footsteps of somebody that's making bad decisions in life, there's an issue there, because as a mentor, that probably means that 9 out of 10 kids that you have direct contact with, you're okay with them not becoming the greatest person in this day and age. And you really want to not force them, but help them to guide in that area without being really rude and nasty and mean to them. You want to help them work their way that way. And a lot of times there's a lot of kids out there that they need it more than others. And so you got to find people that you would want them to be like. And same with them. Sometimes you want to find somebody that's attached to them more than not, and have them kind of mimic that life and see how good those people are being successful. And last in part 1 is, do I have good morals, ethics, or am I a good Christian? Now this video, the part 1's a little longer than part 2, part 3, part 4, just because there's an intro to it. But I want y'all to understand something. These 4 parts are not about religion. It's about morals and ethics. I am a Christian, and I believe that being a Christian, or trying to be a good Christian, involves morals and ethics. It's going to make me better. A true Christian does not judge. A true Christian allows the good Lord to judge. Okay? But what it does is, it makes me understand, if I'm trying to get a kid to be a particular way or help him be better down the road, if I have good morals and ethics, I'm going to recognize when he doesn't have them. But more than that, he's going to recognize when I don't have them. So the drinking and smoking and things that I do in front of him, if I'm on the road as a coach or anything like that, anything that I do in front of these kids is going to rub off, and they're going to do it. If I'm cussing all the time, they're going to cuss all the time. If I'm smoking in front of them, they're going to think it's okay to smoke. I'm their mentor. I'm the guy that they're looking for their way out. They're with me sometimes more than they are their parents during the season. So they're around me a lot, and they're absorbing what I'm doing, and I'm on the field training them. And it's best for me to show good morals and ethics in front of these guys so that they can at least see where I'm at and try to follow me down that path. Okay, that's part 1 of being a mentor. And again, I honestly, when I do this video, when I do these 4 parts, I'm really just from inside trying to help people that want to be that person. If you don't want to be that person, if you're looking at me right now and you're saying to people around you, or you're saying to yourself, why am I wasting my time watching this video because I'm a great person already? That's a problem, because I watch this video, and I've watched other videos, and I watch videos every day about getting better and motivation and things like that. Yes, James Bills, for y'all that know me, watches those videos, because it's not about me particularly. Anything in life is not. I don't think, oh man, it's all about me. It's about the people around me that I need to bleed into and help them grow. That's what I do. That's how I'm a coach. I'm around kids all the time. It's my job, it's my duty to help grow these kids to become better young people, not just athletes, not just a better ball player, not just a better a better athlete on the field, but to also become a better person off the field and in the classroom. So it's important that the very first thing I have to do, what happened just now, what we're talking about in part 1, is recognize where it came from for me and who was around me, and sometimes who I missed that was trying to help me. Recognize that and go back and absorb what they did and think about who helped them, and then that starts my path for part 2. Thank you for tuning in. Please watch part 2. Share if you don't mind, and I would like feedback, and if there's anybody out there that wants to talk more, please contact me. Thank you.